been a whole month since Alfred, the Hull and B-12 had attacked the island of Sodor, but now the railway was back in service and everything was peaceful. One day, Thomas was very excited. The Fat Controller had sent a new engine to help out while he was away.
Have you heard the news, you three?
Not yet. Why?
The new engine is coming to Sodor today! She is going to be helping us while the Fat Controller is off to do something important.
And what would that be?
Plastic surgery. Anyways, I am in charge of showing her around the island. And look, here she comes now.
And there, chopping up beside the sheds, was a B-12 just like Alfred, but in the original L&ER livery and with the numbers 8572 on her cab.
Hello, my name is Hazel. A pleasure to meet you all.
Welcome to the Northwestern Railway, Hazel. I'm Edward.
Oh, no need for introductions. I already know about you guys.
Well, we're glad you've come here to help us.
Come along, Hazel. I'll show you the island now.
Henry and Edward were already impressed with the new engine that's come to visit, but Gordon remained suspicious. At the end of the day, everyone already knew about Hazel and took a liking to her, even Diesel and Diesel 10, who have changed their ways since the event before.
Well, good night, Hazel. I hope you'll enjoy this railway.
Thank you, Thomas. This railway is so much nicer than I thought it would be.
Indeed. Mind you, take my advice. Watch out for Gordon. He hasn't quite fully recovered from the incident that has happened on this railway.
Oh, can you please tell me?
Maybe tomorrow. It's really late.
I see.
Later on, everyone else was fast asleep. However, Gordon's dream was really unpleasant.
Alfred! Hazel?
In the morning, Gordon was slow to start.
I'd better take the express for him instead.
Maybe I should explain to Hazel about Gore whenever I get a chance to see her.
And that was how it's planned. Henry took the express, while Gordon had to take Henry's goods train from Brendan Docks.
Hey,
Hey.
I see that everybody knows about you already.
Yes, and let me tell you, everyone was very friendly.
Well, almost everyone.
What do you mean?
Oh, how should I put it?
Gordon, let me talk to Hazel. I shall explain everything.
So, what's up with you and Hazel, Gordon?
You don't understand, Thomas. She's probably following Alfred's orders. And we must follow the Fat Controllers.
Is that so? Aren't you a bit jealous that Hazel might take the express instead of you one day?
Actually, Thomas, aren't you jealous that maybe someday a certain pink-haired demon hunter might steal your spotlight?
go of his hate for the railway, and because of this, it killed him.
I never heard the story about one of my brothers that way. No wonder why everyone gives us B12 such a bad name. And now I'm the only one left.
Listen, Hazel. For someone like Gordon, it takes time to get used to someone that reminds you of a traumatic experience. You just need to give that person a chance.
Don't worry, he'll probably knock himself to bits. You'll see.
Now this is how the Northwestern Railway runs. Ahead of schedule.
Gordon, slow down! You're going to crash!
None. Do you have any idea of what I'm doing?
And then there was trouble.
Gordon, what are you doing?
James, get out of the way! That's funny. Now I'm on the branch line.
Oh no! But you're an express engine and you can't go that way.
Gordon tried to stop, but his train was much too heavy.
Oh, I can't control them!
Then there was even more trouble. The bridge ahead was under repair.
No, 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 no! Help, help, help! Oh me, oh my, someone help me!
Now's your chance, Hazel. Show Gordon what you can do.
Right!
So working together, Edgar and Hazel buffered up to the back of the train and pulled hard, bringing Gordon back to safety.
Well done, Hazel. You did it!
Are you okay?
Alfred would have never done that. He would probably push me straight off the bridge and make me fall into my demise. But you've saved my life.
Do you want to know why my brother was like that back in the day? Because the fact that he came from the LNER got into a smoke box. All he ever wanted in life was to be the pride of the line for the railway. And when he came to Soda, he wanted to be the number 3 instead of Henry. But Sir Topham Hatt saw darkness in his boiler and refused. It made him so insane that he pulled off all those actions, which led him to kill himself when Thomas tried to give him a chance to live.
I guess I owe you an apology, Hazel. I didn't know you were such a hard-working engine. Especially you're the only one left of your class. Except we'll probably see a recolor of you in a different foreign country.
That's okay, Gordon. Let's just call that a little misunderstanding.
Hazel soon pulled Gordon to the steamworks to be checked over, and after a week went by, it was time for Hazel to go home. Gordon was sorry to see her go, but was very thankful in the end, because he learned that most memories can be negative, but sometimes something positive can happen to fix that memory, and that's what really matters. Thank you for giving me such a smooth ride. To be honest, I like this look better. My last look made me a bit too, anime-ish, as they call it. But I'm wondering though, how did you manage to come back in one piece? Well, you see, sir, I guess you can say the railway gods decide to give me a second chance of life. came early to the island of Sodor, and all the engines had a very busy year. First, Thomas saved Sodor when Alfred came and attacked the railway. Then Hazel came to visit and made friends with everyone, including Gordon. Everywhere was decorated, ready for the holidays, and everyone was excited. All except Croven. Croven isn't really a new engine. He had only been rebuilt after an accident he had a long time ago. His new job is to pull the governor of Sodor around the island. One night, Croven dropped the governor at Kilbean Station. It was then the governor realised that Croven was upset. "Cheer up, Croven," said the governor. "I can't, sir." "Why not?" "Because I see some people not appreciating the railway for what it is anymore." "Well, the thing is, Croven, people just want to prove themselves that they are bigger than anyone. Just don't get that into your smoke box. Now, as you excuse me, I'm off to bed. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve." Croven did feel a bit better, but he wasn't so sure, so he stopped in front of a siding. But unknown to Croven, this siding is very special for having a pair of magic buffers. "Oh, I wish I could show everyone how much we respect them," thought Croven. "Did someone say, 'I wish'?" came a voice. Suddenly, in front of Croven's eyes, came a lady appearing in front of the buffers. Croven was surprised. He had never seen a magical engine like her before. "Who are you?" "My name is Lady," the magical engine said, "and I heard your cry for help. Thomas also told me what's been happening, so I fully understand." "Oh, I see. Don't worry, I know just the thing to cheer you up. You'll just have to wait for tomorrow when it's Christmas Eve. All you'd have to do is help others." Croven felt better. The next day, Hazel was pulling a heavy goods train with her snowplow. It had snowed heavily than before, and she was finding it very difficult. "This is very hard work," she thought as she struggled up Gordon's hill. Then suddenly, she felt someone pushing her train up the hill. It was Croven. "Don't worry," he called out. "I've got you." "Thank you," replied Hazel, as the two engines worked together and arrived at their destination in time. Croven pulled alongside. He was surprised at first, but just smiled in relief, thankful that it was not Alfred. "So sorry, I thought you were Alfred." Hazel laughed. "Don't worry, Gordon first thought I was following his tracks. I'm Hazel, by the way. Well, I was called 87546, but my name is Croven. I had a long experience with Alfred. I thought he was my friend, but I suppose I was wrong. You know what I think? I think you need a bit of change when it comes to friends." "You mean you would be my friend?" "Of course!" And for the first time in a long while, Croven was very happy. That night, as the two engines arrived back at Knapford, everywhere was dark. 1, 2, 3! Then suddenly, like magic, the whole station was filled with lights as all the engines cheered and whistled. "Welcome to our Christmas party, you two," called Gordon. Croven and Hazel beamed from buffer to buffer. Just then, the Fat Controller arrived. "I've heard all about what the engines have been saying about the feedback," he said. "So, I decided to let this party be special for the both of you." "Oh, thank you, sir," peeped Hazel happily. "That is a huge honor, sir," Croven added. And soon, the party had officially begun. Croven and Hazel thought it was the best Christmas they ever had. and they both agree that there's no better place to be together on the island of Sodor. Thank you, lady. You really are a special angel.
I'm not sure. This engine has been quite through a lot. Are you sure you still want to buy him? Of course. He'll be my own private engine since I partnered with the Northwestern Railway to sell toys. Okay. I mean, you do understand that he had a history with Sodor before, and he actually fell into the sea and killed his own crew. Ah, don't worry about it. I knew about it already. Okay. By the way, what was your name? Mr. Matt. And also, just one question. Why black? Well, it fit his soul perfectly for what he'd done. Anyway, he's all yours. Thank you. And don't worry, I'll take good care of him.
Valentine's Day has come to the island of Sodor. People are spending the day giving their loved ones chocolates, flowers, and other special gifts. Hazel, the nice B12, met Thomas and Emily at Alfred station when Croven passed by with the governor of Sodor in his coach. Good to see that you've got along with Croven, said Thomas. I'm just glad to be helpful, smiled Hazel. Maybe you could give him something special, suggested Emily. After all, it is Valentine's Day, and we wouldn't want the same thing from last year to happen again. Right, Thomas? Thomas was fuming with embarrassment. He could well remember the time Bill and Ben teased him for being Rosie's special friend. At least I'm just friends with Rosie, huffed Thomas. Besides, I really don't want to be seen as a ladies' man, as people have called them. It's just too creepy. Hazel still thought Emily had a very good idea about giving Croven something special. However, during the journey, she couldn't think of anything. What to give Croven, what to give Croven, she thought to herself as she pulled into her last station. I'm sure we'll think of something, said her driver. Although, are you sure you want to give Croven something? Of course I do, replied Hazel. I want to make him feel very special. First, Hazel went past a field filled with flowers. They looked very beautiful. That's it, Hazel peeped. Those flowers would be perfect for Croven. I'm not sure, replied the driver. Where are the crew even going to put them? They can't just put them in the cab. They might get caught by the firebox and burn. Hazel was disappointed, but she kept on going, trying to find other ideas. Next, Hazel went past the chocolate factory, and this gave her another idea. I know, said Hazel. Why not I ask the staff to make Croven some chocolates? Don't be silly, laughed the driver. Engines can't eat chocolate. It would be bad for them anyway. Hazel had to admit that her driver was right, so she carried on trying to find something else. Hazel went all over the island trying to think of something to give Croven. Some new coaches, a new paint job. She even thought of taking him to a theatre to watch a new movie about a blue fast hedgehog. Now that's just ridiculous, remarked the driver. How are you and Croven even going to fit in the building? I mean, sure, we could always ask the Fat Controller for a chug-in movie night, but still. Just then, Hazel's smoke box had been hit by another idea. That's it, whistled Hazel. I should ask the Fat Controller. Hazel raced into Natford Station, where the Fat Controller was waiting for her. He looked very serious. Oh, Hazel, thank goodness you're here. Croven had run out of water on Gordon's Hill. I need you to help him and the governor straight away. Yes, sir, said Hazel. She was upset. She had spent the whole day trying to think of ideas for what to give him, and never got the chance to think of anything else. Hazel found Croven in no time, and the governor did not look happy. Croven refused to take on water, said the governor crossly. He wanted to finish the journey as quickly as possible, and now we're stuck. Croven then realized that Hazel was sad. What's the matter? He asked. So Hazel explained her ideas about wanting to give him something special for Valentine's Day. I wanted to make you feel special, she said sadly, but I didn't find anything perfect. Croven just smiled. Hazel, you didn't have to give me anything. You're already here for me when I needed you the most. Hazel felt very proud. Soon Hazel buckled up to Croven and she took him to the nearest water tower. Once the two engines were full, Croven then had an idea. You know, said Croven, maybe I could give you something special for Valentine's Day. What's that? Hazel asked. We could pull the governor around Sodor together, he replied. Hazel was delighted, and even the governor had to admit it was a good idea. And at the end of the day, it just comes to show that being there for your friends is the best gift of all.